Hospitals in your town are taking extra steps to make sure all newborns are healthy, thanks to a local Grants Pass mother. News 10's Molly Trotter reports.
That would be over 600 babies, close to 800 babies between the two facilities.
A local mom is making a difference in hospitals in the Rogue Valley. Lindsey Lahr is hoping to save lives by changing Oregon law.
Kaleb was my inspiration for creating this law.
She has made it her mission to make Pulse Ox tests mandatory in Oregon hospitals for newborns.
The name of the law will be Pulse Ox Oregon.
Lahr's son Kaleb was born with congenital heart disease 2.5 years ago at Three Rivers Hospital in Grants Pass. His condition causing a lack of oxygen to his body. The problem was left untreated, though, until a Pulse Ox reading showed something was seriously wrong. Pulse Ox tests show how much oxygen is in a baby's blood.
It gives us good data, and that will eliminate up to 96% of the babies from any problem at all. And then if there is a discrepancy of over 3% in the extremities, then you further test.
If Kaleb had the test sooner, his condition would have been far less severe. Hospitals like Rogue Valley Medical Center, Three Rivers Hospital, and Providence Medical Center already giving these routine screenings to newborns.
We started last year, sometime after October. So since October, we've been doing this on every baby we've had here.
Dr. Linda Torres, the Director of Women Services at Three Rivers Hospital, believes this test will help save lives.
And pulse oximetry is a very simple, non-invasive, which means you don't have to poke the baby at all, you don't have to hurt the baby, a way to measure, to test to see if there is an indication there might be congenital heart disease.
The machine checking oxygen levels throughout the entire body. Just to be sure.
You do an upper and a lower extremity, and that's to see if there's a difference in the blood flow and oxygen level in the upper part of the body or the lower part of the body, and that would be one of the indications of congenital heart disease. A normal reading would be in the upper 90s. That'd be safe to say. So anything in the upper 90s would be something we would like to see.
Pediatrician Dr. Barbara Sniffen believes this test catches babies with congenital heart disease sooner before cases end up like Kaleb's.
About 1 in 100 babies will have a heart defect, and so we deliver 800 to 900 babies a year. So if you do the math, there's going to be several babies a year that we'll be able to catch because of this screening.
Taylor Drake, a Providence pediatrician, says they started the mandatory test screenings last October. These screenings,
we have to make sure the dots are all lined up here so that it gets a good reading.
Already making a huge difference in catching newborns with congenital heart disease.
Looking at all the research, it shows that 62% of babies can be detected by using this pulse ox screening versus only 50% of babies could be detected just by physical exam alone.
Laws similar to Pulse Ox Oregon have already passed in neighboring states.
A lot of the different hospitals have decided to implement this, and that includes Washington, California, Arizona, Iowa in the Midwest is another one, and there's a multitude of others. Oregon is just now starting that.
Newborn parents couldn't be happier.
So that's going to take a little while to pick up his pulse and then have a steady reading.
This test,
that is just actually shining a light through his hand to test the oxygen level in his blood.
Something completely new to Chris Levine.
I actually had never heard of it, so I was just I was interested, I obviously want him to get that test to make sure that, he's okay in that area. And
Levine's son Hunter, passing with flying colors, and Dad couldn't be more proud.
And when the test finally was done and it said 99-100%, what were you thinking?
I was thinking that's great. It's beautiful.
Lahr hopes her bill passes, giving more parents like Levine relief in knowing their child is completely healthy. Covering your news in Grants Pass, Molly Trotter, News 10.
Right now, the bill is waiting to be voted on in the state legislature.